All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Master Chen.
This is Doxy.
And this is McNutt.
And you are either watching or listening to episode 227 of Greynoise, the podcast where we are live from the SYN shop. That address is 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. Now, even though we say Henderson, it is still the Las Vegas Valley hackerspace. I know that giving out the address actually works because, hey, Crux is in the audience for the first time in a few months, so he found it.
A very long time.
He found it, so thank you for being here with us today, Crux. Don't worry, I'm going to dox everybody in the audience. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway, go to synshop.org for more information on us as a hackerspace. Go to meetup.com/synshop. In both of those cases, that is SYNSHOP. And for information on us as a podcast, go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.SE. Remember, if you're not in the Discord, you really should be because we have the live stream going on in there. That's the live stream channel where you can ask us questions and just talk to everybody who's live, listening, either at home or here live. By the way, the camera can't see you guys, but we have a live audience, right? Woo!
Loud and large.
Yeah, there we go, yeah. We're showing up in full force there, so. All right, guys, let's see. I think that is all the announcements. Oh, remember, for the SYN shop people who are going and who are members, tomorrow is our board meeting, so come on down. We actually have an election to make, so make sure you're here if you want your voice to be heard, or, just go to synshop.org/vote, I believe is the link, and you can vote for your favorite board members. All 6 of them. The only 6 who are running. Anyway, enough about that. How is everybody doing? First of all, welcome back, Doxy, for being on assignment for a fucking month.
It was the holiday season. I had a lot of shit to do.
Yes, like going to parties that I was not invited to, apparently.
Just once or twice.
And for those who have been watching for a long time, it is very cool to have McNutt here on the show, like not behind the camera, not just doing production, but actually hanging out with us and talking. You're into talking today.
It's kind of tough too because I was like, I gotta actually be involved in the conversation.
Yeah, you
yes.
gotta, like,
I'm trying to remember to do that. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta look at
you gotta
levels,
look at the camera. You gotta make eye
engage,
contact with the
that's
live
the different
audience.
part about this is
See,
engaging,
you gotta.
Yeah,
it'll be good.
So anyway, so what have you guys been up to? How was the holiday season?
it didn't feel very holiday-y, honestly, to me. Like, it didn't feel very Christmassy. It was like, whatever.
Yes, this is the first year, I think, in a long time that I didn't put up a Christmas tree this year.
You didn't put a Christmas tree?
No, we'll get into that in a second.
That's blasphemous, dude.
Well, that's why I didn't even feel like the holidays for me. We'll get into why that is in just a little bit. McNutt, how are your holidays? Do you celebrate holidays?
Good, yeah.
Okay,
Celebrate
cool.
with the family, so it was pretty nice, pretty chill as well. It wasn't. I would say it wasn't as much Christmassy this year, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's something about the year.
It was cool. We got to go with the family, but outside of that, it wasn't anything crazy.
See, that's what I think a lot of people are kind of feeling as far as how this holiday season went. I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a scramble to buy gifts, last minute as usual, and then
I did all the shopping in a matter of 2 hours. I'm a pro at this.
that is pretty impressive, though.
Yeah, right. But actually, since we're speaking about the holidays that just passed, this is a perfect segue into what I wanted to talk about last week, but Doxy didn't let me because he said, "No, I want to talk. I want to be there when we talk about it." So that's exactly how it is.
I mean, it was over text, but that was the inspiration.
By the way, I
had.
got your favorite flavor of White Claw.
Did you bring any other
Black
White Claws?
cherry. Yeah, it's all it's all in the refrigerator.
You motherfucker.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna get
Dude, I gotta make this joke now, but okay, so anyway. So it is the end of the holiday season, and we are starting a new decade. So what I wanted to do last week was talk about the decade that just passed. We're no longer teenagers in this century.
Can I ask a question about the decade before you do your spiel?
I don't really have a spiel, but go ahead.
I was gonna say, what was your favorite
Year?
cybersecurity infosec hack thing of the last decade?
Like, does it have to be in the news?
Your question makes me curious.
No, just okay. Like, it's not in the news that I was like, this was my first, or like in this decade was my first time public speaking at a hacker conference.
I mean,
I was going to talk about that a little bit.
That could be your favorite thing.
You said okay. McNutt, are you going to answer that question?
Yeah, I'd say, well, for the 2019 year.
Yeah. No, it's for the whole decade. We're working on.
I'd say that'd be rough. I mean, the rise of ransomware was pretty damn interesting.
Yeah, that's
last
a big one.
decade.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it existed more prior, but I mean, it made its
But that was
prominence
like
over
its-
the last, and still is making comebacks here and there, but
It's-
not
yeah,
as much,
it-
but it's still alive.
Kind of, but well, what I was just about to ask is, don't you think that the ransomware thing kind of rose and fell because now you have people who decrypt the ransomware and just kind of throw that
that's another service people offer now.
yeah, like it's just it's a thing and now it's not.
Yeah,
kind
open
of.
up opportunity for people to offer services
Yeah,
to
so now
protect
it's another
against
addition-
ransomware now.
Right,
So.
it's another addition on the security industry.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Because there were like companies spinning up talking about how they can protect your data from things like crypto walls specifically. So
Yeah.
they're referencing that, using it as a tool too. So, but I think now a lot of people are not patched to this point, but have backing up maybe.
They're definitely
They're a lot more.
I mean-
like maybe more secure. Maybe I wouldn't say that, but maybe now they're figuring out they need to take backups.
they're taking
ultimately.
steps to be more secure.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
think if anything, it kicked people into gear into taking
yeah,
your
because
security.
people are shitting bricks when they
yeah, when
Absolutely.
they can't get access
when
to
they
their
can't
data.
access their data.
Yeah.
So
I think mine was Equifax. It was pretty late in the decade.
Ooh,
but
shit.
It was
Yeah.
such a clusterfuck of people fucking up, and it was so massive. And it's I'm not going to say unprecedented because I'm sure there's other things like of similar nature or whatever, but it definitely sticks in my mind.
yeah, wow, those are pretty good ones.
Well, okay.
I have to say this just because it's a buzzword. Heartbleed.
Heartbleed.
no,
yeah.
but that brings up another point though. This seems like the decade where like you have to name your exploit before you go to press with it, right? Like before you release the vulnerability that you discovered, or
But do the groups name it or does the media name it?
dude, they name it. Like
They
when they
named it?
discover it, they name it. They make a website for it. They already have emblems and icons for it.
I mean, it's
They're like, guys, we just found this thing. It's called Heartbleed because we
Hacks-
already made a syringe that's injecting bits into a heart.
hacks are profitable, dude.
So you prefer Heartbleed over the Fappening?
Ooh, see, that's another good
The
one though.
fappening. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
just remember
really
that
good.
one.
Yeah.
See, okay. Do you think after the fappening, people will stop taking? We're not talking about doxing. Do you think people will stop taking dick pics and
First
selfies?
off, how dare you?
They probably did. It probably was like went to 0 for a little bit. 'Cause
Yeah,
everyone
for
was
like
scared,
for
and
like
then
2
it kind of
weeks,
went back up.
and then when the fappening, we kind of like forgot,
everyone forgot about
and
it.
it was
Yeah.
like,
There was a part two.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
wait,
there was a fappening too from the audience that we can't hear. But
Was there?
yeah, there was a fappening too.
Like very recent, like not recently.
Not
obviously,
recently.
but
It was like what, like a year or two after the first fappening. There was another fappening. Yeah, it was the fappening too. And then there was like the adpocalypse because of YouTube's. There's a lot of shit that happened
Yeah.
in this decade.
Yeah, so if you talk about decade, definitely YouTube. I mean,
Oh.
it's gone through a lot of changes over the past 2 years.
for the worst.
For
some
the
would say.
worst, yeah.
Also, Cambridge Analytica.
Yeah, that would
Yeah?
be another big one.
That was
Yeah.
2016?
2015.
2015. 2015 leading up to the 2016 elections. That's
Well, it
right.
had a lot to do with
We're getting fact checking the audience for those
it
who
had a lot to do with Brexit.
Brexit. Oh, Cambridge Analytica had a lot to do with Brexit specifically.
Well, that's how it started.
I live in an American bubble, so when I think Cambridge Analytica, I only think about how it affected America. So
I get that.
yeah. By the way, guys, Doxy gave me this habanero vodka. So
Is it burning your mouth?
yeah, I don't want to take another sip, and also it's not delicious. It's
I never said it
Jesus
was.
fuck.
To be fair, I never said it was delicious. I never said something you want to drink. I just said you have to try it. To be fair, that's all I said.
Who made this? Did one of your friends do this?
What friend of mine would distill habanero vodka?
I don't know. You have a lot of friends who do a lot of things.
That is true. That is true. But no, they did not.
Oh, okay. Which, by the way, I think the friends of yours that started the drinking game, I guess, are here. So
You gotta fucking drink now.
wait, why?
If you,
What was
you
the rules? I forgot.
I don't know the rules, but I know you gotta drink now.
Oh, whenever
You
we
gotta
say drink, we
now.
gotta drink. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, did you want to say something about the decade though, in particular?
Not really.
'Cause
I
I
was
have
just-
I have some more items if we just kind of want to have some bullet points over the last
Oh,
decade. Just-
Yes.
Go ahead and bring it
that
up.
would
See
be
if we can-
great.
Yeah, let's see if we have an
Target
opinion
was
on it.
subject to a data breach in 2013 that exposed 40 million credit and debit card accounts.
That
remember-
got me.
I remember that.
I mean, I wasn't a victim of it. I was almost a victim of it. Something saved me.
How can you almost be a victim?
No, because they tried to use my
Oh, probably
Target
got
red
denied.
card in. Yeah, it got denied. In like Pittsburgh or Philadelphia.
I mean, that,
no, no, it wasn't a credit card. Well, I mean, it was. I can't even remember what kind of card I had with Target. I don't have it anymore because I was like, oh wait, this is probably a bad idea.
that's why I don't sign up for all those credit cards. Don't need too
Smart.
many of them. The
Smart.
more you have, the more they get leaked.
But I got
That's how it works,
5%
right?
off when I made those purchases.
Then in 2017, data breach targeted Equifax, impacting 143 million users. which
That
believe
I
is
think
more
might have
than
been the
that.
worst.
Yeah,
Because it
probably.
impacted like half of America.
Well, there was another one which was more recent, which maybe could be argued, but Well,
Another
Equifax
Equifax
is
breach?
probably better. We'll get down to it. A 2014 cyber attack on eBay stole login credentials of 145 million users.
God, I don't even
I
remember
don't particularly remember that one.
that. Well, that's how long ago this
Or maybe they
decade
meant
was.
Yahoo, but because then they get breached several times.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yahoo was.
I think their last one might have been in 2009 though.
For Yahoo.
Yeah.
I feel like they got I definitely feel like they got hacked within this decade.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
it
they
was.
did. They definitely did.
Absolutely, yeah.
At least twice in this decade, apparently, we're getting fact checked.
They've been breached way too much. Under Armour data breach affected 150 million users. The store's mobile app in 2018. I remember that one, but I do remember the MyFitnessPal, I believe, was one of them.
Fitbit,
Remember?
because it's for service members overseas.
Oh,
They were
okay.
sharing the location and deploy locations or whatever.
And
Oh,
then
so
I
it's
think
like that's how they uncovered like classified
Classified locations, stuff like that.
Goddamn.
Adobe in 2013, 152 million records. We probably have a better place that can get a lot of these.
Yeah, but what pisses me off about Adobe is like they don't have a bug bounty program. So like no, they don't at all. Or at least
Well-
last time I checked, they didn't.
Also mentioned, I think, too, Land of Flash, if I remember right.
Yeah, I was going to say, they
Bring that up, but
they go broke.
I think at the end of Flash was 2019. Was finally it.
Like nobody's supporting it anymore.
I think they've actually stopped support for it.
Okay.
If I read it right.
We have something here in the live audience too. Somebody's bringing up the OPM hack.
Type partly up.
So that was another big one. Of course, for those who don't know, OPM is Office of Personnel Management for the government, and of course that's a big one if you're a government employee. So
So then we got, of course, adult-oriented networking sites. In 2016, data breach compromised more than 400
Ashley Madison.
And that was brought up by someone in the live audience too about Ashley Madison,
Yeah.
which was another good one as well.
That was all in this decade,
That
huh?
was pretty exposing if your name was found on that list.
Yeah, because that was actually.
And it also included a lot of like military.
Yes,
and
that was it. We found out a ton of DoD employees use their government emails to sign up for Ashley Madison. You fucking
And
idiots.
it goes to show you that people are just using their company emails to sign up for personal accounts. And
Anything.
It's not a good idea.
That
They
is
don't. You got to
so
realize
dumb.
who owns that.
Maybe because if you're going to use a site like Ashley Madison, you're already trying to keep secrets,
Yeah,
so you
like
don't want it
user-
tied
who-
to your person.
Who would think you could sign up with a government account?
Make a new email.
Yeah, they're free.
Make a new
I have
email.
like 9 of
Yeah,
them.
you can just make a Gmail.
Yeah, make a Gmail. You can and put dots. And I don't fucking know, dude. Whatever.
Oh, I thought you should put Doxy in it.
You put dots. in anything.
2018, 500 million guests, private information from Marriott reservation system.
I remember that
I
one.
did remember hearing about that one.
I remember
I vaguely remember that one.
And then Facebook, of course, 540 million Facebook users' data was up for grabs on unprotected servers until April 2019.
Wait,
Mostly
what was
remember
that?
that one, but
Who? I'm sorry. Which company was that?
that was Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It
that's
wasn't
what-
as headline. It follows up with it. It's not as headline grabbing as the Cambridge Analytica, which was brought up as well. That was
Yeah.
way bigger. And then First American Mortgage, 885 million sensitive financial records were left exposed on public servers where anyone could access them until May 2019. That was just recently,
So do you
and
think?
that's all loan information. So
Yeah.
I don't know what it could have included, but you divulge a lot of information when you're going for loans. So I can imagine what
You
they
do.
had.
Do you think any of these breaches in the last decade are going to help, or are going to make companies and people alike more conscientious? How do you say that?
Conscientious?
Conscientious.
Damn it, I can't say
It's
it.
the Habanero Vodka, dude.
Conscientious. I also want to say
conscientious about.
This Habanero Vodka is absolutely 100% payback for the peanut butter whiskey you gave me.
What? That was good. We had peanut butter whiskey a couple of weeks ago.
First
you
off,
like it?
I don't fucking like peanut butter. Definitely not infused in my goddamn whiskey, dude.
It was
No.
good. Well, at least it wasn't cheese flavored. Oh, yeah.
You got some cheese vodka?
I would rather fucking die.
Cheese infused vodka.
I'd rather die.
I'm sorry. Well, oh yeah. My question was conscientious. Do you think companies and users alike will be more conscientious about their data?
I think this decade has shown a lot of people why security and privacy are important. Not enough, obviously, but definitely it's on the uptick. Like more people are aware of their data, what it's being used for, where it's going, stuff like that, and they are more they're more into securing their data or being aware of why their information is being used or giving their information out to certain entities and stuff like that. And they're not as willy-nilly signing up for stuff or willy-nilly giving their credit card information. Not everyone, but some people. But
Yeah.
also that's an optimistic viewpoint.
Yeah.
I think people are gonna. I think what we're gonna start to see in the coming decade, which will maybe lead us into our 2020s predictions. I think people are gonna try to be more private, but I think it might be too late. Well,
So
yeah, I think it might be too late.
while this was also the decade of the breach, it was also the decade of convenience. So it's a real juxtaposition
that is true.
against people being like, oh fuck, my data is being stolen, but also being like, if I give Amazon a garage clicker, they can drop packages off inside my goddamn house. So and people love that shit. People love the convenience of not having to do anything. This is a tangent.
Yeah, that'd be a huge tangent.
It's a tangent,
but
did you see that fucking
to grocery pickup to Uber
the grocery pickups, Ubers, Uber Eats, whatever other food service
all
there
the food
is.
services that are out now.
And they're just like
Some
coming to your,
prescription deliveries, which I think might have predated a little bit, but
Yeah.
I'm sure they're more prominent
all of that,
now.
all the stuff where you have all this personal information going in, and because it's a convenience to you, instead of you being like, maybe I like I'm okay with the Walmart thing where you can order at Walmart and you go pick it up, but just coming to your house and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it's
the whole Amazon trying to do, which they still are, is being able to put packages inside your house.
Inside
that was
your
a whole
fucking
different
house.
level.
Yes.
And then they tried to do the car as well, but it was only with select cars, which I don't know how far.
Like they
that
put it in
really
your
went.
car?
But they would do car ones too, where select manufacturers they were able to able to open vehicles,
bypass the lock.
I think they were able to be added to it because how some vehicles now you can sign up for an account.
Wait,
and then you can add
Holy
users to
shit.
it. So I think there was an integration there. I'm
many
assuming
people-
somebody could correct me that allowed you to unlock your car. Amazon can unlock it because you would bind your account to it.
How many people are? I wonder what the user base for these types of services are now, because. Do you think it's a lot?
Zenify.
Yeah.
Does Zenify do it?
I'm hoping he's listening because I'm going to throw him on the bus.
Wait, is that
He seems to be strapping on a lot of that
Zenify?
kind of
If
stuff.
you're watching this, did you really fucking sign up for the AWS? Wait,
Not AWS.
sorry,
AWS.
Amazon. Sorry, Amazon like delivery services into your fucking
He didn't
house.
sign up for that one, but I can see him doing it.
I can see him doing it too, but
In the house, absolutely.
You?
not, but
what the fuck?
Really?
convenience.
That's extremely.
Convenience? You would do this for convenience.
This is the decade of convenience. It's a thing.
Wow,
You'll be
Doxy's
driving on the
been
road and there's
vindicated.
going to be the Amazon employee hiding in the back of your car. And that's going to be terrifying as hell. Not as worse as some guy getting in your house, but
He's sitting in the back of your car. Hey, I just wanted to deliver this.
Yeah, I'm here to
package
this.
for you.
I think
just
it-
swerve off the road.
I think it might be more terrifying. You're driving on the fucking highway where he's like, oh, by the way, I forgot I have this package
Oh
for you.
yeah, I
You're
just
like,
woke up from a
"Oh."
nap. I was taking a nap in your car.
Yeah.
Wait, where are we? Are we there yet?
Yeah, are we there yet?
Wow,
Yeah.
I'm shocked on so many levels right now.
But yeah, I mean that's good. Age of convenience. I think that's definitely been a huge rise as well. Instant gratification.
Instant
gratification maybe would be a good term.
Absolutely.
So.
Cell phones got better. Network technology got better.
Pay to win in video games.
Did you say Penguin video
Pay
games?
to win.
Pay to win video
Yeah,
games.
pay to win
Yes,
video
yes,
games.
yes,
Mobile
yes.
applications.
Yes.
Oh, I just
yeah.
uninstalled that. There was a game that I was playing for like a few weeks, and the moment that I started to like maybe start putting like my Google Play credit towards it, and then I realized that I died twice and spent X amount of money, I was like, you know what, this game is not for me. Anyway, yeah, so that was in this decade for sure. I will
Yeah.
never do that again.
So now you were asking if people are more security conscious now as opposed to the last decade, and honestly, I don't know anymore because I feel like they've taken steps to be more secure. Two-factor authentication is a big thing now, all that stuff, yada yada yada. But with the age of convenience upon us, people also don't give a shit. They want things and they want them now. So
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm not seeing necessarily a turn in the privacy side, but security side maybe a little bit more. I think people are questioning about like, is it safe to do this? Where they weren't before, but privacy, it seems like it's almost
So you
like at this point, people are just don't care.
So you
like, it's just
see-
so it's been already done and damage is done. If their information's out, I think they feel like it's already over
That's it.
anyway.
That's
Yes,
how
that's
a
it.
lot
That's
of people
security can
feel.
still do something about it.
yeah,
So
That's how a lot of people
that's a
feel.
huge one.
Wait, so you're saying there is a difference, of course, between privacy and the repercussions and security?
Yeah, being more security oriented, such as, I mean, even down to the level of like taking backups, I think I would say that there's probably an uptick in that. Backups and kind of being cautious of installing updates, maybe, because that's been getting people, but privacy at the other end too, even with the Facebook breach and things like that, I still don't see too much privacy increase where people are like, I don't want to put my information online.
Well, I think I'll have to find the study because I don't know it off the top of my head, but I think there was some sort of survey that kind of indicated that the younger generation is actually more privacy conscious.
Yeah, and that's what-
But yeah, like I don't know if it might be too late for that.
That's what I'm wondering is I feel like the older generations from, I don't know, from,
Yeah.
from my parents upward, they really don't care about privacy anymore. They feel
They
like
don't
this is
know-
over. But at the younger ages, I think our generation seems to care, and then even
I think the generation after us, though.
doesn't as
Yeah.
much. So like, see, there's,
No, I think
there's
they-
kind of a gap there.
I
You
think-
think the younger one?
I think the generation after us are the ones who are really caring
good.
about their privacy because you have,
Oh, you could be right because I
Well-
do feel like they're seeing the repercussions.
yeah, they're seeing exactly what we're
What
going
could-
through with our
yeah.
breaches and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think like you have, we'll get to community mic in just a second, but you have people who are younger than us, they see the shit that we're going through, and they're the ones who are making like an Instagram that they show their parents, and they have a fake Instagram
you're
or a
very
fake profile. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true.
They're
They're
all
being
about
cautious
privacy
who
now.
they're showing stuff to now, rather than just publicizing.
That's
it
what I'm saying. Like
completely.
they're
I do
being
see that, I
very
would say.
privacy oriented.
Kids aren't dumb.
Community Mike.
Not to refute that, but yes, they are.
Yes,
feel
they are
like-
what?
They are dumb. Kids
Oh
are
yeah,
dumb.
But
absolutely.
I don't think it's so much as dumb as they just have different values on what they give up. I think like the whole like, you know, Instagram, social media like rise just shows that. I mean, I feel like they're fully conscious of what they're giving up, but they don't have an issue with it. While they might know compared to, you know, like the older generation who was like, oh yeah, let me click on this. I don't care what it's asking for. They know what they're giving up. They just don't see it as worth not giving it up.
Okay, but that's because they're giving up that information to a faceless corporation. But then when you ask kids, as parents, you're like, hey, kiddo, can I see your such and such account? They're like, I don't actually have that, because like again, there's like this public facing, let's say Facebook account or public facing Instagram or public facing TikTok or Twitter, whatever the fuck they're using. I don't know. And then there's one that they want to show their parents, or there's one that they want to show. Oh, I'm this perfect person, and I do good things, and you know, whatever.
I mean, isn't that what Snapchat's for? You have your
Yeah.
private Snapchat.
Well,
I mean,
let's say GeoCities.
Snapchat has confirmed.
I mean,
Wait, you say work for the
police.
there's the decade.
There's Zanga, you know, like you
Hold on,
upload
we're
yourself
talking
on
about
Zanga,
the
nobody's over there.
2010s, not the 20.
Zanga was 20. Oh, that was like 2006. Zanga was like 2006. Yeah. Sorry, Community Mike.
But anyway, so yeah, so even if they don't want to show their parents, that doesn't mean that they're not giving up. That I mean, just because they show the
Right.
parents, like, look, I only have these accounts, doesn't mean you go into a folder, then all of
Well,
a sudden there's a
I mean,
bunch
that's
of other
for hiding
apps.
stuff from your parents.
Yeah,
I mean-
no, but I'm saying, okay, so I'm saying that privacy is layered, right? Like privacy to one person, you know, Doxy, I'm going to show you this. I'm not going to show you my dick pics, but you know, like,
Well, I don't. Okay, so explain what you mean privacy is layered. I know what you just.
Okay,
I
yeah.
know what you just said, but
Okay,
I don't accept
so
that definition.
You're my bestie, so I'm going to show you certain things that I'm not going to show somebody else. So
Yes.
there's like this level or
Okay,
a layer
yeah.
of privacy that I have with you versus a layer of privacy that I have with somebody else.
Yes. Okay, that's accurate.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's accurate. But
And it's the same thing with the social media. So like, they don't care that they're giving up their information to a faceless corporation, because the faceless corporation is somebody that they don't have to then be judged by later on. Like, excuse me, you have some explaining to do. You know, why do you have these dick pics on your phone? You know, like,
who's asking you that?
no, I'm saying as an example.
Why do you keep bringing up dick pics?
Because it's an extreme example, and I've had habanero vodka. What? No.
But so the other reason I came up here was, in the end, it doesn't matter like whether it's becoming more security conscious or not. People are going to become richer because they're just going to sell you security, whether
Wait,
it's
so,
actually.
so it doesn't matter if people become more security conscious because the executives are getting more rich.
Yeah, I would say that the biggest, like, one of the biggest results of the last decade is there's now markets for things that, like, just common sense would mean you don't need.
Such as.
All the, like, different versions of antivirus. I'm not saying that, like,
Also, like the tiers of things. Like
yeah, like there's now it used to be just one thing did everything, but now it's like, oh, you have a very specific thing that you do. You need this for very specific product.
I can see, I don't think the rise in VPNs definitely, where they're selling you on that whole like
Oh,
scare
yeah.
of like, oh, people are watching your information.
When the biggest thing is like most of those are within countries that they just have to get asked, and they're like, sure.
Yeah, it's just somebody else is seeing your data. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Depending on who you use Proton VPN.
They're not a sponsor. We just like them, apparently.
Yeah,
Are they Swedish?
they are
I don't
Swedish.
know.
It's a Swedish company, yeah, for sure.
By the way, I just started a new service called VP Chen. So if anybody wants to sign up, the service is available. It's only $500 a month. So, no, I'm kidding. It's only $5. All right. Now, before we move on to what the next question is, we have a delightful thing here in the live stream. If you're not watching, we actually posted the drinking game rules in the live stream so that you could drink along with us. So if you're not on the Discord, you better be, because it's about to get on. I said that wrong. But anyway, the drinking game is there. It's live. So drink with us if you're not already. Especially you people watching at home. I didn't mean you people like you people. I mean, especially people who are
I
watching at home.
mean, you people like you people.
You people like you people. It is like
It is a lot of drinking,
It's a lot of drinking.
which explains a lot of the show.
Yes, exactly.
for Shing to say that, that's
Yes. Yeah.
guys
Yeah,
are in for a
exactly.
treat.
All right, so moving on. My next question for you guys is, now that we've kind of reviewed the 2010s, is it the 2010s or the 20-teens?
2010s.
Okay.
Who the fuck says
Great. We're already starting an
2010s?
argument 3 days in.
You're right. My bad. I'm sorry.
Give first.
My
Give
bad.
versus.
Oh, don't fuck. Oh, anyway. All right, so my question is, what are your predictions for 2020s? And, okay, so this is a two-part question. What are your, in general, public predictions for 2020? But then also, because I know we're all goal-oriented here, Doxy, what do you want to get accomplished in the
How's that Greynoise
2020s?
app going?
Yeah, how's the Greynoise app going? Oh yeah, this is the year.
Let's start at the end of that.
what? No,
Let's start
Go
at
ahead,
that.
Go
end
You're
ahead.
of
talking
the
about my
table.
goals?
He just threw it back at you like a
Stick it back to
boomerang.
me. My goal is to develop an application for Greynoise.
Wow, he's putting you on blast.
Yep. It'll be completed by the end of the century.
That's accurate.
Maybe
that's
decade.
that's accurate. We've got till the year 2005
Okay, and do you have any goals
for the 2020s.
for the 2020s?
Actually, a really big goal for me would be to get at all into quantum computing, because I feel like that definitely is our future, and I feel like the things you can do with quantum computing obviously is exponentially greater than things you can do with normal computing tech. So it'd be a very interesting endeavor to get into quantum computing. Yes.
Have you done anything towards it yet?
Nope. I just thought about it one time.
Okay, so
Thought
Just
about
the
one
one
time.
time I thought about it.
so you're
These are
gonna
his
get into
aspirations, so.
you're gonna get into quantum computing the way you got into building our app.
Dude, it's day 3 into 2020. Give me some credit, okay? I've got 10 years.
Set his goals now. He just has to not meet them.
he's got
That'll jumpstart my learning and stuff. World War III. What? I mean, that's right. Mother necessity. That's war.
Oh, he does bring up a good point. He's like, oh my god, we're going to war. We need to build this app like right now.
I mean, depending on how much sleep I've had that day.
Okay, so now what do you guys predict overall? Not just your personal goals, but overall, what do you guys predict in the 2020s? More ransomware, more this, more that, less this, less that. What do you guys see?
More WordPress exploits.
Workplace exploits.
More
WordPress.
WordPress. More,
WordPress,
More,
yeah.
more Joomla. More.
Joomla. Yeah.
Maybe Adobe Flash now that it's out of support. Anybody who's still using it is probably in for a real treat now, because nothing's getting patched, even if you were patching it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I ever fact checked that was. I believe I saw it. 2019 was the end of that.
I don't have any guesses for the future. I mean, obviously, quantum computing is going to be a big thing, but it's hard to foresee how that will alter our trajectory as far as like computing and stuff. I don't think in this decade there will be personal quantum computers, but they'll be more accessible for sure. And they'll probably have quantum computers at universities that you can use and test stuff on, but I can't imagine it'll be something that you can like have in your house. Beyond that, I don't know.
Aren't there already public? They're public, right?
Quantum
There's like
computing as a
couple of-
solution.
You can use Watson and stuff, but it's not. No,
Can you compute on that yet?
you can use it for. You can use it for.
Like I thought it was
Machine-
just demonstration purposes.
No, you can use it for machine learning things. So it's like actually production use ready,
Oh shit.
as far as my understanding. So that's it for me.
Okay, we actually have some predictions from our live audience here. Let's see. We have 2020 more data breaches, way more data breaches. Let's see.
More
Something
censorship.
More censorship. More censorship. Don't forget the ones that don't get reported either. Let's see. Quantum communication is more likely to impact folks.
I don't understand what quantum communication is. So if anyone wants to tell me what
we're
it
talking
is,
about quantum entanglement, where
if anyone
actually,
wants to explain
Okay, no,
quantum,
no.
I
I'm gonna bullshit.
would
I
would
would
prefer
prefer somebody who knows way more than me to do this.
if Community Mike could come up and explain what quantum communication is. That would be
Okay, but while he's
great.
on his way up, I'm going to bullshit what I think it is. What I think it is that we're going to quantum entangle two different atoms or two different particles, and then this piece of information is going to be the same as that piece of information, and so communication will be instantaneous. You don't need wires or nothing.
Hey McNutt, can you turn off Chin's mic?
Shut up. Well, community mic.
Yeah, Chen, that's exactly what it is. And,
Dope!
and what they've done is they've now have quantum communication running at the chip level. So it eliminates the wiring between the actual electronics that you want to hook together. So fundamentally, the speed of light problem goes away. So when you have internet, and the Chinese have demonstrated this with their satellites in 2015, that they were able to entangle the atoms in satellites and effectively eliminate the latency of transmitting information across, from here to the satellite.
So this
Similarly,
affects something like GPS then, like a time delay in GPS.
yeah, anything light speed becomes overcome at that point. There's
communications.
For communications. The Chinese also use a quantum communication telephone network for their missile defense because it's unjammable and it's undetectable. So no one can actually intercept any of the communications going. You don't need to encrypt it because if somebody interferes with your entanglement, it's gone. You lose the connection.
Oh.
Because if somebody looks at the connection, it's gone. Only those two things can look at that connection.
Where was it before it was on the chip level?
They were still doing it with like manually entangling two components, and then they would vibrate one end and the other end would vibrate sympathetically.
I kind of understand what you're saying, but also, holy shit.
So yeah, there's a
learn.
So yeah, I was gonna say.
2020. So
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was gonna call Doxy out. So let's see. He has to do this app, and then he has to learn quantum computing in 10 years. All right, Doxy, we're gonna keep in touch.
I mean, I've done more with less.
No, you haven't.
You're not wrong.
I am so looking forward to this decade now. Doxy, because of you, I'm so looking forward to just what the next 10 years has.
yeah, quantum computing is going to be
Huge.
I think it's going to be huge.
Quantum computing is
it's
gonna be-
gonna
Or
going to be very, I think, impactful.
really,
and
really,
we're
really
not,
small.
I think we know we're in store for.
Yes,
I mean,
that's
it's like a new,
that's the thing is like, I don't think we can even fathom how impactful quantum computing is going to be to our day-to-day lives.
Yeah, it's like you look at it like social media, how it impacted us.
Yeah, or like having a
Or even the rise of the internet itself.
like a modern cell phone in your pocket, being able to do anything from that. It's like
Where it just changed the way that you live.
changes the way you live. Now you're more connected all the time. So we
Interested to see
can't
how
even fathom.
how it does.
Yeah,
Could be good or bad. That's
I think a little bit of both. As
I know
all
there's going to
te-
be an arms race, but as well as what kind of benefits may it provide to everyday life. That's the question: is
yeah.
how will that turn out?
I think quantum computing and quantum communications will be highly interesting, whether or not Doxy works on it.
So I'm the person.
What?
I'm the guy.
No, I'm saying if you work on it, cool. If you don't work on it, I still think it's going to be really interesting.
Motherfucker.
That's not an insult. I'm just saying the technology's there. Oh, look, we even got links. If you're not in the live stream, you should be because you'll be learning a lot. Okay,
You're
so
about to get schooled.
There was a question on the live stream. What kind of shirt is Doxy going to have to wear if he doesn't succeed? And
ooh, that's a good question.
But see, here's the thing: is that
Even have shirts in 2030.
Yeah, I know.
that's the
You're-
thing.
And
And
also, be
also,
naked by 2030.
the year of Doxy bets was the decade of 2010 to 2020.
You're not going to make bets with yourself anymore.
That's it. That's not. All those bets are over.
You learned your lesson? You learned your lesson.
We'll see. I was gonna say we'll
It's
see.
like a New Year's resolution. You're gonna break it tonight. It's gone. Right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
I
you're
promise
running
not to bet myself anything 4 days in.
I bet I won't bet on anything for the decade.
That's a good way to put it.
Happy New Year's, motherfuckers.
Wow. Have you seen Dolomite?
No.
Oh, I'm just saying. It's a great movie. Dolomite is my name?
And we move on.
Oh, okay. So we do move on. I should have had it with me. So I'm gonna grab it in my backpack really quick, and
What?
we'll get on. I have a game. I have a game that we could actually play with the audience. Okay, hold on.
That's very Is it like a? I'm assuming it's an interactive game.
Yes.
Or something.
Yes, interactive game
It doesn't look.
with stickers.
Are you gonna throw them at people?
No, I'm not gonna throw them at people.
So Chen just pulled out a bag of
Okay,
stickers.
I have. So for those who've been with us for a while, I believe, this is the last stack of Greynoise stickers, and there's going to be a reason why we're going to play this game in just a second. But we're going to play with you guys, the audience. So we're going to see how long you guys have been listening. All right. If you know the answer, come up to the community mic really quick. You won't be on camera, and then if you get the answer right, we'll give you the sticker, and I'll take a drink if you get it right. So this is a way that we can really get drunk if you guys have been loyal listeners.
Wait. Why am I drinking? Why are we drinking?
Because I want to drink.
No, I'm saying.
Drink,
Like,
I mean, it
wait.
sounds like it.
Wait. What were the rules?
Okay, the rules are if they get it right, they get a sticker, and we get to drink. If they get
You're gonna ask questions about us,
about the podcast,
dude. I don't even fucking know.
So you gotta
anything
start. You gotta
about
try
the
to
podcast.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I want to
Yeah, stump
see
'em.
if Doxy even knows this shit. What year? And this is in this decade. What year did we start the podcast?
2014.
Ooh, you get a sticker.
Fuck yeah.
See how easy that was? All right, let's see if any. oh
Oh,
shit!
that's right. Yeah, you realize what you just did.
I forgot. I forgot our rules.
But I won, so I don't have to drink, right?
Nope.
If you want to,
You got to go down with it.
All right. Wait, do you have written down questions? Or are you making them up?
Don't worry.
I'm making them up as I go.
I got my drink.
All right, next question. And remember, you guys can play in the audience or live at home, but I'll have to mail you the sticker if you're not here present live. Okay, so the next question is, who were the original hosts? And you have to come up to the community mic. You can't yell this shit out.
Oh yeah,
Who were the original hosts of Greynoise?
there are 4 of them. There are 4
Let's
hosts.
see how far back you want to go.
If you don't know, that's
Well,
fine
okay,
too.
you are one of the original hosts, but
Me?
let's go just a little bit before that.
Well, you just gave that up.
Well, I'm talking about
Oh.
before
like
there
the
were 4 hosts.
like the first episode.
Yeah, I'm talking about first episode.
Then there was 2, 3.
Shh. Shut up, man.
4.
I'm trying to give out these tickets.
I don't
goddamn.
even know the third person's name, to be completely
It was
honest.
Chen talking to himself.
Yeah, it was pretty much me and
I
my
feel like
alter ego.
you wrote these questions for yourself.
No,
'Cause
it's not for myself.
literally no one else was at the
Well,
hackerspace.
nobody else is coming up. Okay, so going once, going twice.
Literally no one else is at the hackerspace besides you and
You're
I.
right. Okay, so before we were called, okay, this is the next question now. Before we were called Greynoise, you can't answer this one, Doxy.
Oh, I know
You
this
gotta stop
one.
asking.
What
You
was
can't
the name of this podcast originally? Before we got a cease and desist order from some company in Redwood
answer.
City.
You give him too many hints.
No one
give them out if
also
they need it.
no one knows.
Oh no, I know
It's-
some.
it's-
Hold on,
as
hold
soon
on,
as
hold
you
on.
said
It's
that,
really
I
coming
saw
up to
someone in
me,
the
Mike.
audience light up, and that's why I knew it was a hint.
All right, go
Am I
ahead.
allowed to answer this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for
It
it.
was Snack Pack.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Our,
Nice.
our podcast was originally called Synac Pack, and back in 2015, we got a cease and desist order from Synac Incorporated from Redwood City. Go ahead and sticker that, man.
Drink.
Oh yeah, drink.
you got a drink.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
shit.
Hey!
That was close.
You almost
That
got
was
it.
Reasonable,
close.
but you almost took someone's head.
I almost took my fucking eye out. My bad.
Very nice.
Drink.
Oh, okay.
All right, next question, if you can. Who was the original host that designed the logo?
I don't know.
You can
this
guess. I just want to see who our loyal listeners are.
one. You can get all of them, David. E.
You can get
Grayson.
all of them, sir. There's no
and then you
rules
can
in
give them out
this.
to people you like.
BGM.
God damn. Swag that, man.
I'm just gonna hit somebody in the eyeball. Oh, nice.
Yeah, if you
That'd
were
be
right,
better.
you should have gone up to the community mic. Duh. Oh yeah, shit, drink. I think we're doing this quite. The fuck?
What is that?
It's gonna be all Grayson making him drink.
Yeah.
I'm good with this.
You're good with this. All right, cool. Do you guys have any questions you might want to ask? I have like 20 stickers left.
Do you have 20 questions? Because I guarantee you, no one here was at the old SYN shop besides.
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, there's a good one.
Okay, before this location, where was the SYN shop where we had this podcast located before?
Like, how exact does it need to be? Can I answer it?
No.
Oh.
No. Let's come on.
That's
Come on,
the-
guys.
No one was here there.
That's the loyal.
By the
people
way,
to
there's
SYN
like half
shop.
of you guys with laptops in front of you. This is something that's actually Googleable.
No one was
Google
there.
is that a word? Googleable?
Eh.
No, we have somebody community mic.
Does it need to be an address?
No.
no.
You just
It was
say-
downtown.
Boom. Swag that, man.
You fucking
Yeah.
nailed it.
Drink.
Oh yeah, shit. I forgot the second half of that rule.
I'm so upset.
Are you though? Are you really doxing? No, you're not.
No, he's
See?
not.
All right. Oh, somebody's. All right.
Keyboard cover.
It is a very nice keyboard cover, right?
nice, yeah.
Because I'm prone to spilling things. That's not true. My hands get sweaty when I type.
I didn't even notice that. I thought that was just the way the MacBooks are now.
Nah, I just have sweaty fingers when I type, so I have a nice keyboard cover to keep it cool. Hey,
Nice.
why are you doing these things, Chen?
Oh, okay. So, well, I was gonna wait a little bit longer to get into that.
Oh, my bad. No, don't do it then.
I mean, you still got more stickers, so.
What was that? Oh, are we?
You got 20 minutes.
Oh shit. Ugh. All right. Well, by the way, you don't have to answer all these questions. I'm going to leave these stickers on the table anyway. Here we go. What year was Greynoise first officially pressed at DEF CON?
2015.
You could like guess and be fine with this.
I just said it.
No, that's wrong.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
2016.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Yeah, you could guess and get this shit.
that was-
Okay,
I
swag
was
that, man.
there.
And drink.
Fuck.
I literally just took your guess and just
Shit.
added a year.
I mean, I was there and I forgot. My bad.
Actually,
It was it 2015? It was. I
I
fucking
can't
knew
remember.
it,
I'm starting to see weird things. Okay.
It was
Can't
fucking
remember.
20.
Wait, what year was DEF CON 23?
Okay, there's too many goddamn questions now.
That was 2014.
There's too many fucking questions.
No, it wasn't
dude.
2014.
All right.
DEFCON 6 was 1998, so.
So you just gotta-
Oh,
you just
that's
gotta- you just have
way
to add from
that's
there.
way back.
I didn't fucking come here to do math.
That's 2015, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Doxy was right. You can keep the sticker. It's fine.
Not giving it back.
Give me that shit back. All right. Let's move on.
Okay. Doxy, can you do me a quick favor? Can you just say yada yada?
Yada yada.
Drink, everybody. You guys are playing, right? You guys are playing the drinking game?
I
Is
didn't.
anybody paying attention to the drinking game?
No.
We're the ones drinking.
That's too many rules.
We're the ones
There's not
drinking.
that many. Okay, so, like I said, we can keep these stickers up here. Anybody who wants them can take them. All right, so why are we playing this game, Doxy?
I don't fucking know. You did
Just
it.
putting this on you. So
You had a bunch of weird stickers in your bag. They're not weird. They're our podcast
weird
stickers.
stickers.
You had a bunch of weird stickers in your bag,
Damn, you think so highly of the podcast. All right, so I think a lot of people in this room know already, but maybe not. And I don't know how many people are watching at home, but they will know now. This is actually our last episode of Greynoise for now. We've been doing this. We've been doing the show
6
since
years?
since 2014. We first started this show in 2014. It was about October, maybe shortly before October. BGM and I started this podcast in his garage, not mine. In his garage, we had a cardboard box and a snowball microphone connected to his Surface tablet, and that's how we recorded. We used Audacity, and very, very cheaply made, very, very cheaply done. We didn't have a live audience, so we didn't need, directional mics. We didn't have a community mic. We weren't drinking as much.
That's never been true.
No, that's not true. But yeah, so it was a one-on-one thing with just me and him. And the whole reason why we started this podcast was to be wrong. What I mean by that is we figured that if we got an audience, if we got people who knew more than us, eventually, like that's what the community mic is for, somebody will either correct us in the chat room or somebody will correct us on the community mic. And by doing that, we actually found a way to learn ourselves. We learned through doing this podcast. Because remember, as people here know on the internet, if you provide wrong information, there will be somebody eager and ready to correct you. And so that's kind of like the big motivation behind it. So we've been doing this now for 6 years. We met, actually, I didn't meet you through this podcast. I met you at work and then I invited you to the podcast. McNutt, you, and Zenify. I was Zenify's old coworker too, invited you guys down, and we all made something of this thing, And the thing about this podcast too is that, what?
I was gonna say, here's the thing, but then you said it.
No, say it, because when you say it, it's a drink.
I just said it.
Oh.
But you stole the thunder from me. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm still abiding by the rules because we're not done yet. Yes, drink. So, but the thing about here's the thing. But the thing about the podcast, though, is that for some of us, it actually helped launch our careers in a good way. Like some hosts before were able to get a job because they had this podcast as a way to get their information security news or a way to keep up on the news. And people who were headhunting or looking for people to recruit saw that as a good extracurricular activity, and that's how some of us got our jobs that way. And in fact, there's two, I won't mention them, but there are two that have gotten their career kind of launched because of that.
Yeah, if not even just that, I mean, meeting people too. That's definitely
Connections,
right
networking.
there was right there.
Absolutely, networking, connections, having live audience, drinking with people after the show. For those who were cool and down and wanted to hang out, and
Or just wanted to watch me get drunk.
Was it get drunk?
What else would I be doing if I wasn't getting drunk?
Oh, well, that's a.
Oh.
See, we have somebody.
You
who-
already, I could swear you read that message and looked at me, expecting me to do it, and you forgot 10 seconds later.
I did. My bad.
We have a man here who has read the rules of the drinking game and who has kept us accountable.
I totally read them.
Yes. Now, when I say the last episode, though, I just mean the last episode for now. I've already talked to
Wrong guy.
Doxy and I've talked to BGM about my desire to continue this podcast later when I get settled. Now what do I mean by that? Well, we're kind of hibernating the show because I think we're kind of tired a little bit. We've been doing this for a very long time. We've been doing this for almost as much as the decade that we just reviewed.
The band is
6
splitting
years.
up.
Yes. So Doxy wants to just do nothing but drink on Fridays.
I got a lot of Overwatch shit to do, dude.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I got
sorry.
a lot of Overwatch
Sorry.
shit to
Jonas
do.
Brothers are breaking up, and they're gonna go do their own thing.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking-
But then, how long ago did the Jonas Brothers break up, and now they're coming back together?
Are they?
Are
I mean,
they?
you follow.
I mean, no, I didn't.
was
You
gonna say,
follow
up
the
with-
Jonas
You
Brothers,
follow up with
dude.
us more than I do.
No, I don't. I thought I heard somewhere on the Disney Channel. Do you guys have Disney Plus? I'm sorry.
That was the other thing I wanted to
Disney
mention.
Plus is not the Disney Channel, so you've been watching the Disney Channel, and you know about the Jonas Brothers.
I'm sorry. I have YouTube TV.
All right.
No. So Doxy wants to do his own thing, like Overwatch or whatever. And McNutt, you want to go home to your sweetness, Zenify.
Oh yes. Who's watching out there right now?
Yes, and actually, BGM was supposed to be here, but he is still on assignment.
Yeah,
Richard,
he was supposed to be.
yeah, and then Richard
I'm
Satchel,
disappointed.
a long time ago, he went to go hunt bears or something like that.
He's fucking.
He said that, and
he's the Falcon
Yeah.
Mountain Man.
still hunting him. So,
He became a lumberjack, and
yes, and
he,
so
met up, he met up with Dexter. So
yeah, yeah.
All right.
I wasn't even listening to you. I was just saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. But and now for me, I will actually be relocating. For those who are like pretty close to me, that you know where. But so that's why we'll be stopping the podcast. This is gonna be the last week for a while. So, Greynoise is only hibernating though, because after that, what I'd like to do is it probably won't be a live audience anymore, but I'd like to continue the show later on, maybe a few months down the line. I don't know. Maybe it might take a full year. I don't know. It's going to be indefinitely for now. But I'd like to make the show again, not a full hour, because an hour is a long time. I am no Joe Rogan. I don't know how that motherfucker does it, because he talks forever. But I like it. Well, yeah, he gets paid by sponsors, so that's another thing too. By the way, maybe I'll try that too.
more
Doctor, how's that
alcohol.
Patreon going?
It's set up. We just never had the content to put on there. It's up, dude. I could
Okay,
fucking.
sorry. I'm just putting Doxy on blast all day.
and you never gave out the exclusive Snapchat information that would get us those subscribers. So.
I deleted my Snapchat.
All I'm saying is we might not have Bella Delphine water, but we have Chen water. That's disgusting.
Is that-
Never mind.
is
I'm so fucking sick,
I think you have to
dude.
drink for that one. I don't know.
Dude, you had me drink habanero infused vodka.
Did you finish it?
No.
It's a shot. Just take a shot.
No, it's not a shot. It's
It
gonna burn.
absolutely is a shot.
I poured more than a shot.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
then
see,
that's on
see,
you.
See, I thought it was like orange flavored, so I was like, ooh, it's gonna taste like a creamsicle. I was wrong. All right, so
There's a habanero in the bottle. You can see it.
you covered the bottle.
It's a label. I didn't do that.
You covered it with your hand.
Okay. All right.
Well, anyway, so I want to just say thank you to everybody who's been listening for. I know there's at least one or two of you who've been listening for like 6 fucking years. That's a long time. And in fact, this is the longest podcast that we've ever produced because BGM and we started doing podcasting back in high school. It was in high school. The first podcast that we started was called Off the Record, actually, and we were recording it on a mini disc. BGM had just got his driver's license, and we're like, "Oh, dude, this is so sweet. Let's go war driving, or other such non-illegal activities. Let's just go do stuff." So we would go drive around, and we would be recording on a mini disc player. Do you guys remember those? Like the Sony mini disc players? Okay, so that's what we originally recorded on, and that was Off the Record. And then after that, in our college years, we started another podcast called Information Injection. That didn't last very long at all, actually. And then we had this. Now, this is, like I said, it's our longest running podcast. So it's crazy. It's just crazy to see it go.
It's bittersweet for it to end.
That sounded so monotone. You're like,
I'm a monotone
is-
person, dude.
Was
It is
bittersweet like a drinking
bittersweet.
part or something? Because you said that like you're like bittersweet.
it is bittersweet
Bittersweet.
for it to end.
I mean,
So we've replaced Doxy with an actual robot.
that's the quantum computing.
Yeah, it's kicking in? Is that what it is?
It's kicking in finally. Chen's been saying it for the last 2 years, and it's finally kicking in.
I was gonna say you are like a quantum computer. So
I mean, I haven't heard
You
that
just
in
gotta study yourself.
He's just
2
unknown.
months or so.
He's in an unknown state.
just got to study yourself. So let's see. So where was I? You made me lose my train of thought.
I'm sorry, dude. You were saying why you appreciate people so much and for listening to us.
Oh yeah. So I appreciate everybody who's been listening for such a long time. We've launched a couple. I don't want to take the credit, but I mean, because of the podcast, people's careers have been launched. And we've met a lot of people here who now, want to do like Linux meetup groups, which I didn't know was still a thing, and it is still a thing. And so, what I hope for, how do I say this right? What I hope is for something to replace the podcast that is still kind of security and open source oriented, right? Because like SYN Shop it's predominantly a makerspace, and it's a great makerspace. It's an awesome makerspace. In fact, even though I am leaving, I'm still keeping my membership active just because it's so cool and I want to support the shop here. But it's predominantly a makerspace. And so when we started doing the podcast, I've even had the treasurer tell us that, like, you know, Friday used to be really dead. This is when we were down
in downtown.
In downtown, yes, Ogden. 4th and Ogden.
4th and Ogden.
Right next to the Nacho Daddy.
That's where fucking Panic at the Disco started.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Cool. I didn't know that.
You're welcome.
Wow. Wow. I'm shocked. So now I have a new fact to carry around in my head. Anyway, so we started. You know, when we started going around the podcast or the shop to do our podcast, so we moved from the garage to the to the SYN Shop when it was downtown. It was predominantly people cutting on the shop bot, you know, and doing some laser cuts in the back or whatever.
Which wasn't great for our shitty mics that we had at the time.
No, we had really shitty. We were still using the snowball mic.
We used that one
The
snowball
one
mic.
snowball mic, and everybody was just kind of crowding around it. Like
We had no camera, we had no audio team or whatever. It was just us all speaking into one mic.
Yeah, we're all just kind of taking turns. So it was kind of maybe a good idea for us not to be on video, because all you would do is just see us taking turns giving the mic a blowjob.
That trend has continued.
Well,
Hey, I've made plenty of these jokes in the last 6 years, and if you were listening, you'd know.
Yeah.
I think I've toned it down a little bit too much, so everybody's kind of like shocked. Oh my god, he said give the mic a blowjob. Does anybody remember that? Anyway. Yeah, see, Grayson comes on the last...
that's fucking old school.
Yeah, old school.
That would have been a weird question to have asked the audience.
Oh, I know. What does Chen like to say?
What does Chen like to say about the mics?
Oh, that was going to be a good one too. What was Doxy's original handle on the show? Boxy Brown.
Well, you said it now.
Oh yeah, I'm not giving out stickers
I
anymore.
mean, Boxy
People
Brown
just
was
take
a
it.
cool name.
It was a cool name. Drake.
Yeah, the other question. Prior to Discord, where could we be found?
Oh shit, let's see if we can do that. Prior to Discord, where can we be found?
IRC.
No,
Did you say ICR?
ICR.
Holy shit!
He got it. He
you
said it.
ICR? Dude, drink.
He said it.
Drink.
God damn it. I'm not good at throwing them anymore.
There's more in the refrigerator. God.
Yeah, we
You
had
gotta drink on a technicality. ICR?
we had an IRC server, and it was.
Vodka with his eyes.
No, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemies. That's hard.
Yeah, we did an IRC server because we thought it was the best way to communicate with diehard security professionals, and we discovered that that's the wrong
Trolls,
fucking
a lot of
idea.
Trolls, a lot of trolls.
Wrong fucking idea because no one uses IRC. No one wants to use IRC. I mean, people use IRC, but no one wants to use it.
Yeah, that's how a lot of command and control is done, I think. Still.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man, you're not doing command and control. I know people who might be doing command and control.
You might.
So.
Everybody's just idle.
All
Yeah,
the
you
fucking
think they're
time.
idling when it really in the background, all you have to do is listen. Anyway, we'll talk
Anyways.
we will talk about ICR later. Anyway, so
Stand by it. It was fun.
yeah, so we were sitting around in the old SYN Shop downtown, all huddled around the mic, you know, and we'd take turns giving our opinion. But eventually, people started to watch, like live. People would sit in and they would watch just like you guys are here. First, it started with like 2 or 3 or whatever, and then like now we have like what 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people in the audience right now. You know, so. And that's just the live audience, by the way. We have actually 239 subscribers on YouTube.
Shut
Just
your
saying.
fucking mouth.
I don't give a fuck. That's a lie, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know 239 people. Shit. Anyway, my whole point is that it grew. It grew from the garage out to what it is now. So, McNutt, it's really cool to have you on the show today because you've always been in the background.
Yep.
You've always been behind the scenes. This is the first time you've been on the show. Why did you wait until the last show to be on it?
That's just who I am. You know? I wouldn't even let you know it was going to happen. It was just going to happen.
I know,
so.
he did. He was like, hey, man, set me up a mic. I was
It
like,
kind of is a good idea that, you know, it ended up being one more week because I was
Yeah.
able to do that.
yeah, I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh,
It'd
shit.
be perfect. I was glad that Dox used me back. I was kind of disappointed last week, so.
I'm sorry, dude. I had stuff to do.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, what did you do?
I
What
mean,
did you do,
I
Doxy?
think the new season of
What was so
Overwatch
fucking
started
important?
last week, so I know where
Did
is
it?
No, it's.
Oh no!
I think it was this week. or
It just started
something?
like
This week.
Did you say a new
Tuesday.
season of Overwatch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The video
Anyway,
game
if
goes
you
in
want to
seasons?
tune into the Overwatch podcast,
We'll be
me and Doxy
we'll be here right after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that I'm not invited to.
I mean, you play Overwatch?
Do you play Overwatch?
I mean, badly, but yeah.
When was the last time you played Overwatch?
The Halloween special.
Last year.
No,
Last
it was
year.
like 2017.
Oh, that's even more. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Junkenstein? What was that?
I give him credit for at least remembering that.
Okay, yeah, you got that. You got that.
But
By the way, BGM just... Okay, side note. BGM just bought me Resident Evil 2. I don't know what the fuck that guy was thinking because I'm so scared to play that game.
He wanted to make another Chin Screamfest.
Oh, yeah. We'll link that, too. That'll be the last thing we link to. Go
But yeah,
ahead.
no, it's been. I mean, it's
Well-
been interesting watching the growth of the podcast too. Because when I started coming here with Zenify, and then watching him then get involved as well, to the point where it took it into seeing same thing I saw was people starting to show up and kind of get
Yeah.
involved, and even having guests to those points too, and then making the migration over here.
Right, and like, dude, we've like even at DEF CON, we've interviewed people like I don't know if this is a bragging right or whatever, but we've interviewed people like John McAfee or some of the people who are speaking at DEF CON.
That was definitely probably a good highlight of.
Yeah, I didn't go
nice.
to that thing, but I heard you guys did. You
Yeah.
guys had a great time, right? So in any case, like I said, we are stopping for now, but I would like to continue it later on. So just like, fuck, thanks.
Yeah, that's good. Good.
So if you want the live stream, the Chen Scream Mix is there. If you don't know what
Yeah.
it is, go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, and not just for what we did for people or for what we did for you guys, but also for what you guys did for us, like educating us, helping us do something that we really enjoyed, that we were passionate about, something that we really enjoyed doing every week because it was fun. We were up here talking for an hour or an hour and a half, whatever the fuck it was, but we have a really good time doing it because you guys are our friends, you guys are our coworkers, you guys are everything for us, so it's just a good time for us as well. It's not like we're here educating you or you're educating us. It's a discussion, which is the most important thing for this type of industry because no one knows everything. No one is the be all end all know all of all knowledge for infosec, tech in general, whatever your discipline may be in the tech field. You're just another person in the fucking grind with us, and the discussion is what's most important. And it's really beneficial for everyone. Maybe they're not directly involved in the conversation, but they're hearing what you're talking about, and that can either jumpstart them or that can lead them on the path that they wouldn't otherwise know existed. And it's good for them to hear it. And same thing for me and Chin, I'm sure, and McNutt and Zenify and BGM, LabFox, Richard Satchel, whatever. It's important for all of us to be
shout out.
involved in the discussion and to be a part of it, because that's the most important thing. I've complained a lot about DEF CON and other similar things where there's a lot of gatekeeping and stuff like that. I don't feel like they welcome a lot of people and stuff, but I feel like the thing about Greynoise and in general us hanging out with people and doing things like this is that there's no gatekeeping. There's no like, RTFM, I know it's your fucking thing, I hate it, whatever.
No, I hate RTFM too. I just like fucking with you.
There's none of that shit. There's no RTFM. There's no fucking like, you need to be this level to access this conversation. It's just like, hey, if you've got a question about whatever it is, from what is Bash to fucking how do you write a script to do some fucking far off thing, there's probably someone here who can have that discussion with you. And I think that is a fucking awesome thing. Regardless, like that's amazing. And I think that's the biggest takeaway.
Yeah. I completely agree with you, Doxy. And so even though the show is not going to be continuing at Sin Shop, I mean, like for Friday nights, I really hope that. And by the way, this is not a requirement. This is just a hope of mine. I hope that it does kind of remain an open source and security night because the other nights are crafting and making, and like we have a game night too. Like there's a lot of stuff going on at this makerspace. I'm hoping that we can still dedicate one night to. To security specifically, if that is still something that is, a thing on interest of people here. We have some people here who want to do the Linux meetup groups, and that's great too, because that still counts as open source, right? And it still has security aspects, And so I wish the best. I wish the best for SynShop. I told you guys a couple of minutes ago, I'm going to be an active member, at least on paper, because this is a good place,
It's a great place.
Yeah.
Like I said, for community, for discussion, for getting to know people, for networking, for everything that is the tech community. This is a great place for it.
And we'll still be around.
We'll
Discord will still be live.
we'll be in Discord.
Yep.
Yeah,
We're
by
not
the
going
way-
anywhere.
By the way, our Discord's not going anywhere. There's no reason to shut that down. So if you want to still chat, we'll still be there. And the Sin Shop has their own Discord as well for shop matters and just hanging out there too. So we'll still be in communication. We're not going to be completely disappeared. But yeah.
I mean, I just want to say thank you to everyone listening and everyone here for allowing us to do this and for entertaining us and putting up with our bullshit and us being
Your bullshit. You speak for yourself.
drunkards and weirdos on this fucking podcast while we talk about stuff that half time you probably don't give a shit about. You just entertain us because, we're your friends and your neighbors.
They just like to see us drunk.
They like to see us drunk, the fucking drinking game, stuff like that. But seriously, thank you, everybody, for being here with us and doing these things with us. That's all.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, let's bring that to a close. Oh, shit. Wasn't expecting that. That was pretty cool. Anyway, we're not gonna do the lightning round.
Let's do it for fucking old
Oh,
time's
fuck!
sake.
Oh!
Hold
on!
Let's do one more lightning round for old
We
time's
have
sake.
to do it
Has to be
now.
lightning, though.
Huh?
Has to be lightning though this time.
Yeah.
It has
For the
to
first
be
time
lightning.
in history.
For the first time ever, it has to be an actual fucking lightning
Right.
round.
The only reason we're doing this is because Doxy actually said, "Let's fucking do it." So I can't let him down.
You guys had
fucking-
the experience all these years. I've had zero. So we'll see
Oh
how
yeah,
it
yeah.
plays
We
out.
got. We
I
got.
feel like you'll be the best at it.
I know,
Matt.
dude.
Simple.
I can't believe
Just-
this is the first time he's on the mic. God damn it.
All right, Chin. For the last time, roll through us for what is a lightning round.
Okay, cool. So, for those of you who don't know, the lightning round is where we are going to, by the way, this time we're going to go to reddit.com/r/infosecnews. I found a good one, actually. All right, so we're going to go there. We're going to read some headlines or some now Reddit posts on the news, and we're going to give our tweets length, Doxy, of our opinion on the matter, okay? Let's see. Are we going to go you first, Doxy?
I feel like since it's McNutt's first time,
I feel like you're just throwing me under the bus regardless.
you
I mean,
it's
did
your
you, did
it's
you
your
and
first
BGM talk
time.
earlier? Because he was going to make me do the show solo. So
I mean, we're taking what we can get. So McNutt first.
Sounds me.
All right, cool. First article, remember, this is from reddit.com/r/infosecnews. All right, the first one, remote command execution and information disclosure flaws affect dozens of D-Link routers.
I mean, hashtag 2011.
Yeah.
I haven't used a D-Link router in a very long time. I mean,
I didn't think Dingle was very prominent.
yeah. I
and
mean, I'm sure some people still have them.
That's not the first time.
Patch your shit.
Why is that not a drinking rule when you say that shit? All
should be one.
right, next one. Cisco addresses, Cisco addresses several flaws in its DCNM product.
So I don't know what that product is, but
I don't know what that
that
thing
sounds
is.
like another week.
Yep.
Another weak link.
Just another week for patching things that they probably
Oh,
found.
you
in
just
their
saying this is
equipment.
status quo.
I do feel like I've heard a lot of Cisco releasing a lot of patches. So
I feel like Cisco's pretty on top of their
I mean,
shit.
they're yeah.
I feel like
they
Cisco's
can have
pretty
to,
good
so.
about their stuff.
So that's good to hear.
Yeah, it's good that they're
I mean, that's good.
continuing their good stuff.
All right, next one. U.S. restaurant chain Landry's discloses payment card breach.
Wait, say that again.
The U.S. restaurant chain Landry's, which by the way is a steakhouse, discloses payment card breach.
Isn't
Why are they
it-
keeping payment cards? It's a fucking restaurant.
It's a fucking restaurant, but also how long ago was the breach until they revealed that they had been breached?
Oh.
That's always the fucking
yeah, that's a
crux
good
of
question.
it.
It's a what of it?
That's the crux of it.
It's
the
the
crux,
what of it?
The crux of the issue.
Okay, just checking.
He didn't
So
like that
Landry's owns a lot of restaurants.
Oh, it's not just a
No,
steakhouse.
Claim Jumper to.
Oh shit, they were
see,
clean jumpers.
McCormick Restaurants, which are Bluefin, but
Bluefin?
a lot of-
They're-
so-
Blue-
so it's-
Bluefin, the sushi place?
sushi
This
place?
is Bluefin. I doubt that. That might be probably
Oh.
privately owned.
I've always been very convinced that someone fucked up the title, the naming of Claim Jumper, and it's supposed to be Clam Jumper, and they fucked up, and they refused
roll
to
with it.
go
We'll
back.
keep it.
Let's go
They
with it.
refused to go back.
Clam
What the fuck is
jumpers.
a Claim Jumper?
Clam jumper. Is that a thing?
Is that a real thing?
Wait, what's
Okay.
a clam jumper?
Yeah, we'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay, fine.
That was a really
yeah,
long. That was
sorry.
a really long tweet.
We're trying to be long. Okay, sorry. I used Twitter.
You know what? As appropriate, we failed
yeah.
even on the last
Yep.
goddamn episode.
All right, let's see. Let's make this the last one. Only because I can't fucking pronounce this. Let's see. Polonix.
Polonu.
What is that it?
Polonu. Yeah.
Oh shit! I was way off. You've been spending some time with Lapbox because that's a French word, isn't it? Anyway, Polonu forces password resets following a data leak. Oh, okay. Well, at least they forced password resets.
That's good.
Wait, we're supposed to go that way.
Oh.
At least they disclosed it.
Yeah. And again, the whole thing for me with data breaches is timeliness. Like
Or they disclosed it and acted upon it.
the close. Yes.
Because they
yes.
won't disclose it and they won't act on it because they'll not disclose it.
Yeah.
So it's good to see at least they put the foot forward and said, it
Yeah.
did happen. We had to do something.
When I always see a company talking about their data breach or like what they did to mitigate their data breach, whatever, the thing for me is always timeliness. Like if you did it, like again, Yahoo, we talked about this a little while ago. They did it like 4, 5, 6 years after it actually happened.
He's blogging now. He's blogging now.
I'm blocking me.
You're blogging now.
Oh shit!
Twitter just went real.
Timeliness.
Okay, let's
fucking,
make
fucking,
that the last one.
Fucking nailed it, dude.
All right, guys. So that is the end of the lightning round, and for those of you who don't know, that does mean that we are at the end of the show, our last show. Now that does mean that we've run out of time, but I still feel like we haven't run out of shit to say. So
Never.
Join us again when I restart this thing, maybe a year from now. Just give me a little bit of time to settle into whatever the fuck I'm doing next. In any case, it's been good, guys.
Absolutely.
We've had a good run.
All right, guys. My name is Master Chen.
This is Doxy.
And this is McNutt.
Good night, everybody. We are signing off.